What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and I haven't done one of these in a good while, so I wanted to get this out there for you guys. So it's basically going to be a scoring gameplay breakdown, and what that means is I'm just going to break down what goes on in my mind when I'm trying to score in NBA 2K20 and all of the different ways that I try to score. I feel like the 2K community is so limited in the way that they try to score in this game, especially in my team. And as you guys know, like I like to use a variety of offensive tools, not just because it looks good, but I think it's effective as well. So I'm gonna show you guys, pretty much what goes on in my mind and what types of moves that I like to use in different situations. I'm also gonna talk about a little bit of defensive gameplay as well, because as you're gonna see in a minute, this guy is gonna be running 5 out for most of the game. So it's a good time to show off like some defensive tips and all that stuff. So this is our first possession on offense, and on my first possession, I usually like to go down to the post with KD, and the reason for that is I like to test their post defense, my opponent's post defense. So the first thing I notice is that he's playing on-ball defense in the post, and that's good. I like to see that. The reason I like to see that is because I can use a variety of moves. I can use the post step back, which is one of my favorite moves. You can fake him out and then drive to the paint. Or you can just like post fade. It's really simple. So he's playing on-ball defense in the post. I hit the post step back. He jumps, and we take it to the rim. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to do in that situation. So we're pausing the hair again. As you guys can see, like I said, my opponent is in 5 out. So we're going to have to play some good on-ball defense. I have MJ on Westbrook, and that's a great matchup. MJ has all of the defensive badges, defensive ratings to slow down somebody like Westbrook. So on the second possession, I'm going to KD with a play this time. I urge you guys, like, if you're going to spend 500K on this card or just any card in general, I would say try to get the most out of them as possible. KD is a great shooter, as this guy just takes us to the hole. And one thing you're going to notice too is I'm not just showing like my highlights. I'm going to show some of his highlights too, especially when he beats me on offense or cooks me. I want to give a good impression of what happened in this game and not cut out like some of the bad parts. But yeah, just going back to what I was saying, like, plays are a big part of my offense. I know not everybody likes to run plays, and that's no problem. That's fine. Everybody has their different style of play, but I just like to get guys wide open 3-point looks. Okay, so right here, I'm just gonna pause it. We're gonna go into an ISO with KD, and as you can see, I have both the left and the right side of the court open, so I can rock either direction, hit the step back, and pause it again. Look how much space I created from that step back. Now I can shoot it if I really want to, but he's diving towards the paint, and he's probably going to come up to try to contest my shot. So what I do is just drive, fake him out, take the nice mid-range jumper. There's so many ways that you can manipulate the defense. And don't get me wrong, guys. Like, some people may look at that and say, oh, well, the guy is playing on-ball defense. That step-back move by Kevin Durant is going to create that same amount of space if a CPU defender is guarding you. So even if they're playing off-ball, that step back just creates so much space that you're going to get open from it, even if the CPU is on you. And KD also has the Space Creator badge on Hall of Fame. And what that does, it helps you to get ankle breakers as well as create some good space off of those type of step back moves. So that's something to keep in mind as well. All right, so in this possession here, I'm running a play for KD. Now, I want to pause it here so that you guys pay attention to something very important. Look at how he steps up to stop Magic Johnson. That's KD's man. He's giving all of his attention to Magic, and look what KD's going to do. KD's going to come wide open. And I say that to say, a lot of guys, when they run plays, they just stand in one spot. They stand in the spot to start it, and that's it. I don't think that's the best way to run plays. I think you should be trying to divert the attention of your opponent to another place or another direction or another area on the court. So what I like to do when I run plays, as you're gonna see, like throughout the gameplay, I attack the paint. Like, I just attack one side of the court, so my opponent is kind of forced to pay attention to what I'm doing on ball, and that gives me an opportunity, or gives my off-ball players an opportunity to get open without them really focusing on them. So that's just a tip that I wanted to give you guys. Look, I do it again, run straight to the middle, but the play was designed to get KD open on the left side of the court the whole time. So that's just another trick. I do it here again. This time it's contested. We have options, and the play breaks down here, but this is where KD is so special, because he can just create something out of nothing. Those jab steps, they create a lot of space. They're great for beating off-ball defenders. A lot of people don't use the triple threat moves in this game. I understand it's not the meta, but it's very effective. I'd tell you that much. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that, there's different ways that you can run plays, more effective ways. Because a good player, especially the guys that play really good off-ball defense, as we catch this guy with another step back into a jump shot. But yeah, like I was saying, the guys that are really elite at playing passing lanes and, predicting where you're going, if you just stand at one spot and just run the same static play, they're going to be ready for that every single time. So you got to mix it up. You got to be more dynamic, kind of divert their attention to different areas on the court, and that's been giving me a lot more success when I try to run plays. So that's just another little tip. So this is a pretty close game. This guy, he played pretty good. Now this is his first shot attempt with KD. As you can see, it was a very bad shot in transition. Here he's gonna ISO with KD, or try to ISO, but we got Kawhi on him, and I switch off. Kawhi contests the shot. That's another little tip for you guys. If you're having trouble with rim runners, you just wanna defend them on the perimeter, and then once they get in the painted area, just click off. Let the CPU defend them. CPU is gonna get way better contest animations. So we're going back to KD in the post, easy post fade. Like, there's so many ways that you can use a card like Kevin Durant. He's so versatile. He can score in transition. See, this guy, he's just like dribbling up the court with KD. He's trying to get a three-pointer, but I'm all over him right now. And he kind of takes a page out of my book, so I got to give him credit here. He does a little jab step, but he goes into a horrible fadeaway. So, no shot at this guy, but this is kind of a comparison on how you should use KD and how it's supposed to use KD. Going back into the ISO, I hit the step back again. Into the hop step, Bill Russell wide open, but he smokes a shot. Man, that one kind of hurt, because that would have been a nice little playmaking highlight for KD. And props to this guy again. He has Jeremy Lin out there. Jeremy Lin is not going to get to the rim on KD, I'll tell you that much. But just props to him for having him out there, Diamond Jeremy Lin. He's not a point guard that I see too much. And I'm pausing it here again. Look at the top right corner, guys. Quick first step. That badge pops up. Quick first step activates when you do triple threat size up moves. And that's another reason why I like to do, why I like to work out a triple threat so much. Like, you get a speed boost if you work out a triple threat. So it's amazing. Great defense by MJ there. Contest that shot. And, at this point, it's in the fourth quarter now. It's a close game. And we had LeBron wide open, but 2K just really screws me here with the lag. I wanted to put that in there so you guys can see what happens from time to time. I'm sure it happens to you every once in a while too, just random lag that causes you to miss shots. So right here, I'm not too sure what we're running here. I just took a horrible shot with T-Mac. I'm not too sure why I did that. But, it's still a pretty close game. This guy is definitely in this. He was a good player. We let D-Rob contest. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the CPU, as long as you have a good defender down there, the CPU is going to get better contest animations than a user can. So that's why I recommend it. But on the perimeter, I'm playing all on ball for sure. So this guy, he's going to go to his KD. I click off, but he does a great move and hits the post fade. So that was my mistake there. I thought that he was just going to drive, but he actually posted up. So that was a good play by him, honestly. So we're going back to one of my favorite plays out of the 94 Rockets playbook, and it gets KD wide open. I understand, like, a lot of people, they like to play the pick and roll game, which is very deadly in this game, I must say. But I just like to mix it up. Give your opponent something that they're not used to seeing. We're going to go back to KD here with 1:30 left. Just kind of hope that he can ice the game for us. So I hope I was able to show you guys a lot of the different ways that I tried to score with KD and that I do score with KD. And that was going to be a great play, but I clicked the wrong button and I passed it to the wrong person. So that's another mistake on my part. But, props to this guy. He's making it a game. He's still in it. So we're going to see how this one finishes. This was a pretty fun game to play, I must say. He's fouling us. I think he noticed that I was setting up KD in the post, and I feel really comfortable in the post with KD. So I'm going to go right back to it. So we're just going to set up KD in the post. He has his Kevin Durant guarding us. We got a decent amount of space. We were able to hit the step back, but we ran into a wall of defenders. So, it's not automatic all the time, guys. And he hits a big three-pointer. Makes it a close game, We got less than a minute left. What are we going to do? We're going to go back to the play. So I'm driving with Magic Johnson in the paint. KD's wide open. Green. And that's pretty much the dagger right there. So that's why I say to you guys, if you're going to run plays, not everybody likes to run plays. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own play style. But if you're going to run plays, just try to be dynamic. Don't be static. All right, so I'm going to pause it here for you guys one more time. As you can see, we stonewall his drive by Giannis, and I click off onto Magic Johnson. So I'm just anticipating that pass to the point guard, because once Giannis picks up the ball, there's really nowhere for him to go in that mid-range area. So that's why I really urge and stress the point, if you want to stop rim runners, defend them on the perimeter, and once they get into the paint, as long as you still have a body there, you can click off. And most of the times they're going to pick up the ball, or the CPU is going to get a great contest on them. And this is the last possession of the game. I didn't mean to be a jerk here and shoot the ball. I just wanted to get more points for KD. But it kind of came off kind of douchey. I guess that's why that guy paused. But I wasn't trying to be a douche right there. But yeah, so that's the video pretty much. I just wanted to give a breakdown of the types of moves that I use in different situations and how effective that they can be. Because I see a lot of people in 2K, they really limit themselves to just zigzagging around screens and that type of stuff. Pick and roll offense is good. I use it a lot too, but there's so many other ways that you can score. As you can see, KD went 5 of 5 from 3, 37 points. He had a great game. His KD didn't do so well. Just going to take a look at the team comparison. We shot over 60%, from the field and from 3. So that's a great offensive game. All right, so that's going to do it for this video, guys. Shout out to @MeBro Show on YouTube. If you guys don't know, he has the best 2K breakdown detailed videos in the community. So go check him out. He was kind of the inspiration of this video, just to kind of break down what's going on in my mind while I play. So until the next time, guys, peace. I'm out.